Hello, everyone. James Gibbs III here is known as King James III, and I want to welcome you to our third lesson on our last three notes on completing the C major 7th scale. So if you are ready, I am ready. Let's get this thing going. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Lesson number 3, our last three notes before we finish the C major 7th scale. Now, why did I break this up into lessons? Well, because as a beginner, I want to slowly get you into knowing your instrument and knowing the sound and knowing how to buzz and knowing how to, get certain notes out and just focus on quality. Okay. We don't have to rush into a whole lot of different things. All right. So the reason why I gave you the first 5 notes is only because it's low on the trumpet. It kind of gets the muscles stimulated. And I want you to concentrate on that stimulation. Okay. So I hope you've been practicing. Okay. These last 3, it's just going to complete the scale. So we can now start running the scale and then get into other scales and get into some music and further this thing right on along. Okay. So I call this like the bathtub effect. You don't just jump into the bathtub with a whole bunch of water. You kind of like ease yourself into there until your body gets comfortable with the water temperature. Okay. And this is what I'm doing. All right. I'm bathtub affecting this entire process. All right. And so if you're looking for a quick fix, sorry, I can't give that to you because all you're going to do is just, you're going to miss something, and you may miss a lot. And the things that you do miss can be very crucial. So I'm just going to say, please just follow me, follow this process. I've been doing this a very, very long time. I definitely know what I'm doing. And I will say that with this process, I guarantee you nothing but results. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into playing. Here we go. All right. So here we go. Now, I am going to breeze right through these 3 notes only because they're very easy. There's only 3 of them. And with all that you don't get, just go right back to this timestamp and just hear this information again, okay? So the first note that we're going to focus on is the note A. Check it out. That is the note A. And this is what I look like with the first and the second valve pressed down, okay? The next note that we're going to focus on right after that is going to be B. Check that out. That is what B looks like. All right. And this is what I look like with the second valve pressed down in this picture. All right. And for our last note, the note C. And that is what that note looks like. All right. And guess what? This is what I look like playing the C note on the trumpet. As you can see, I had no valves pressed down on that C, only because guess what? There's no valves pressed down on that note, just like the low C that we played in lesson 2. All right, so this is what A sounds like. This is what B sounds like. And this is what C sounds like. All right, there you have it. So let's proceed on to the next segment where we're going to play example number 1. All right, I hope you enjoyed those 3 practice sessions. I hope you actually played all 3 of them straight, okay? But even if you didn't, that's all good as well. Definitely play it in your own time, in your own way. And of course, if you need to repeat each practice section, just click on the timestamp underneath this video right in the description box and just keep on playing, all right? So now I am going to introduce you to a new segment called the Advisement Corner. Check this out. Welcome to the Advisement Corner. Now, I normally do not give out advice, but in this segment, I will be actually giving you advice. Why? Because this advice is definitely going to work, and no one is exempt from what I am going to give you as far as what I know that you will need for your newfound, say, career or hobby, especially if you decide to take music to another level and you may want to do this as a career. I want to start preparing you for that level now, especially at this stage. All right. So my advice to you for these next 2 exercises that I will be putting up, especially these last 2, all 3 or all 5 is all good, but these last 2, okay, 4 and 5, I would advise you to sing the notes. All right. So there's going to come a time in your career or in your travels where you're going to have to present music to someone, whether you become a teacher yourself or whether you are in a band situation and you have to actually sing the notes to convey what it is that you're hearing to your bandmates. And this actually may happen too when you're composing. You're trying to sing the note while you're writing it down or put it in your computer or whatever, and you want to sing the melody as you are writing this particular song arrangement, or if you're producing, whatever may be the case. Singing these notes is very, very important. I'm not saying to become a singer, but I will say that singing these notes is very important. Now, what do you sing when you actually sing these notes? I know that most singers will do the solfege, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and back to do, and they go through that. Most musicians do not sing. If not, I don't think I've ever even heard any musicians ever sing in solfege, except vocalists, okay? But as far as musicians are concerned, we usually either sing the note or we sing the number of the note, all right? So let's just take, for instance, this C scale that we just been playing, okay? C will always be 1, okay? The root 1. D would be 2. E would be number 3. F would be 4. G5, A 6, B 7, then back to C, all right? So what happens is you may have to sing an exercise or sing a phrase to either someone or for yourself in order for you to hear it before you start playing it or before they start playing it. All right. So for the next 2 exercises, all right, of course, play them, but I will also say sing them as well. So whether you're ascending, which means that you're going from the bottom note to the top, or descending, where you're going from the top note down to the bottom, I would say either sing the number or sing the note. So it'd be like C, B, A, G, F, E, okay? That's not the exact tonage, but you get my point. All right, so definitely sing, definitely play, all right? My other advice on this will be for all the teachers who are, if you're sitting with your student right now, or you're getting just some video help to present to your students, I would say if you actually do play the trumpet or you play another horn, especially, I would say play these exercises with them as well, okay? And maybe even play like a third, okay? play like the major, the interval, the third interval on these notes. All right, so you can have them, create some type of harmony. Because all of this stuff helps. Okay, whether you're a pianist or guitarist, I would say play the chords. All right, because I'm not playing any harmonies on any of these exercises. So I would say play, some chord structure while your student is actually playing the notes with me. All right, so they can have a sense of what the fulfillment of this whole music thing is all about. Okay, it's just all about just trying to increase the enhancement and their audiology. I don't know if that's actually a word, for them to audiate what they're actually playing so they can actually develop a good relative pitch or maybe even perfect pitch. You never know. But that's why I'm only concentrating on the whole notes and the whole rest, because what's happening is that long tone structure is actually in these whole note phrases. All right. So I do have everything tuned or adjusted to 70 beats per minute. Okay, just in case you're wondering. And yeah, just do that with your students. Okay, so that is my advisement corner. Let's proceed on to practice exercise 4 and 5. Here we go. So, how you feel? You good? Well, look, I get it. Look, if you did everything right, all right, you should be pretty much worn out right now. Look, I played these exercises and I was worn out after I did this. So I would say congratulations if you did everything consecutive and if you followed everything from start to finish. You should be pretty good right now. Okay. And I will also say, look, take a break. Don't play for the rest of the day if you could. And if you did, wait definitely at least a couple hours before you go back and you do it again. All right. It's good to be an overachiever. But I will say that, taking a break is just as important as playing. All right. So, I don't know. I don't really have much more to say except, hey, congratulations. I'm glad you got through this. We have a lot more to do, tons more to do, actually. And all I can say to you is congratulations again. And you have a great rest of your day or evening. And I'll see you back here for the next lesson. All right. Take care. Peace.